Hello guys, welcome back. This is Modern Man here today, and today we are here for another Monday Deck Tech, and today we are playing a very cool, fun idea of a deck. I don't know how well executed the deck is. I haven't really got to play with it much. I played with it a little bit way back in the day, but today we are playing Grixis, or going over Grixis teachings rather. So here's the deck list and the price. It's on the more expensive of a deck in MTGO prices. I mean, it's not like Obzon or Tarmogoyf price, but it's definitely up there if you're looking on a budget. But the point of this deck is to use Mystical Teachings, which is a 4-mana instant that searches your library for an instant or a card with flash and puts it into your hand. And playing it with a bunch of toolbox cards, you know, like your Far and Away, Consume the Meek. We're going to go over that. I don't know why I'm talking about it right now. Okay, so here are your win conditions. You have 4 Snapcaster. It's not a great win condition, but I mean, it does what it does. You know, if you guys have ever played Snapcaster and Control decks for an extended period of time, you know sometimes you just got to get in there with Snapcaster Mage. You can also pair it with Lightning Bolt, which is also in the deck. It'll help you accelerate your clock. This deck also plays 2 Torrential Gearhawk because it pairs very well with the Mystical Teachings. You can go and grab it out of your deck. 2 Creeping Tar Pit, just a 3/2 blocker that's also a utility land, as well as 1 Lava Claw Reaches. Fire Breathing Land, does pretty cool stuff. And here are the first 5 spells on the deck. We have 2 Fatal Push, 2 Lightning Bolt, 1 Magma Spray, 1 Spell Snare, 2 Mana Leak. This deck doesn't really play a whole lot of 4-ofs or any besides Snapcaster, I don't believe. But the reason you don't play 4 of them because you can just go tutor them out. Or you're trying to play a deck that can just tutor them out. Fatal Push is one of the best removal spells. Lightning Bolt, really good spell. Magma Spray is really good against any deck that abuses their graveyard. Or any like zombies, Gravecrawler. What are some other ones? Can't think of any other ones right now. Of course I can't. Spell Snare, really good card. Counter spell with converted mana cost 2. Mana Leak, another one of the best counter spells. Counter unless they pay 3. We also have 1 Pull from Tomorrow. Really good. It's an instant, so you can go fetch it with your Grixis Teachings, your Mystical Teachings, and put it in your hand if you need some extra draw. 4 Remand. Okay, there's a 4 of. Counter target spell. If it was countered this way, put it in its owner's head instead of its graveyard. Draw a card. 2 Terminates. 3 Think Twice. 1 Electrolyze. 1 Hero's Downfall. 1 Kolaghan's Command. 2 Cryptic Commands. The Kolaghan's Command, another Downfall. Okay, let's start at the Downfall. Downfall is just really good against any deck that plays Planeswalkers. There are a lot more of them as of recently, like the Obzon decks, the weird Doubling Season Planeswalker decks. I don't know if that's a thing anymore, but it was for a minute. 1 Kolaghan's Command. It has like 4 different modes, so that's just a toolbox card within itself. Same thing with Cryptic Command. The Mystical Teachings, the card I've been telling you about, is search your library for an instant card or a card with flash, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. Costs 4 mana, 3 colorless and a blue, and you can flash it back for 5 colorless and a black and get the same ability. It's a pretty good card. It's a 4 mana instant speed tutor. Puts it into your hand, and then you can flash it back for 6. You're playing 1 Consume the Meek. Destroy each creature with converted mana cost 3 or less. They can't be regenerated. It's an instant, so that's why you're playing it over Damnation or anything like that. And you have 1 Far and Away. Return target creature to its owner's hand, and target player sacks a creature. You can fuse it by paying both their mana costs. So you can return like a pesky like dork, like a mana dork, and make them sack like a Thrun or something. It's a pretty good card. And for your lands, as long as you're playing like your Creeping Tar Pits and your Lava Claw Reaches, it doesn't really matter how you set up your land base, but I have 2 Tar Pits, 2 Drowned Catacomb, 4 Flooded Strand, 3 Island, 1 Lava Claw, 1 Mountain, 4 Polluted Delta, 2 Spire Bluff Canal, 3 Steam Vents, 2 Swamp, 2 Watery Grave. Your land base, just work it around your budget. If you have your lands, you know, you can build the deck, but the lands are normally where the most expensive part of the deck comes from. So if you don't have all of them, I understand. And for your sideboard, it's also basically a toolbox sideboard, a bunch of 1-ofs. There's only 3 cards in the sideboard that have more than 1-of copies. We have 1 Dispel, 1 Fatal Push, 3 Inquisition of Kozilek, 2 Lightning Bolt, 1 Spell Snare, 2 Rakdos Charm. Dispel's good against the counter wars. You can fetch it out with your Mystical Teachings, then dispel their creature, or their counter spell. Fatal Push, another good removal spell. As I said earlier, Inquisition for against the combo decks or aggro decks, you can rip apart their hand early. 2 more Lightning Bolts if you're playing. I would even bring these in against the control deck, so your Snapcasters can start snap bolting their noggin. You have another Spell Snare, 2 Rakdos Charm, mostly because you can destroy an artifact or exile somebody's graveyard. 1 Swerve. Change the target of target spell with a single target. One of my favorite cards ever printed, so I had to put it in there. 1 is a Staticaster, 1 Tribute to Hunger, 1 Volcanic Fallout, and 1 Teferi because you can fetch it with the Mystical Teachings. With all that being said, though, I would really appreciate it if you guys help me with this deck list. It's evolving, always changing. It's never really like set in my opinion because I haven't really got to play with it, but I have been tinkering with it for a while. So if you guys have any suggestions, go ahead and drop them down below in the comment section. I would like to remind you guys to smash that thumbs up button if you guys like what you see and want to see more. Helps me out, helps you out, helps everybody out, allows me to create more content like this on a daily basis. Also, remember to comment down below with any deck suggestions, play suggestions, anything like that, sideboard suggestions even. Also, remember to follow me on Twitter and like my Facebook page. Both links will be in the description below. Also, you can email me if you guys just want to talk to me about anything and everything. That link will also be in the description below. Also, if you guys like this content, there is probably more content on the channel that you would like, so go ahead and just check it out. I would really appreciate it. Watch my older videos. You know, my quality has drastically improved, so there is that. Remember to subscribe to this channel so you can see more awesome content like this on a daily basis, and I hope you guys have a good night. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.